Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's July 1st, and right now we're going to take a look at what happened yesterday across Northern California. If I scroll through here, you see all these cumulonimbus clouds blossom across Northern California. Had a pretty prolific lightning-producing storms. You can see they moved out all the way out towards the coastal areas, and they even lasted a little ways after the sunset. Then we go through this morning's sunrise here, and you still see there is some of this mid-level moisture on. We're going to do something similar, but kick it a little bit to the east today. So I'll show you some of that here. In the weather models, you'll also see that marine layer up and down the coastline, right along the coast for many areas. Southern California, pretty good coverage there this morning as well. Of course, you want more sunshine, you just go inland. Now, taking a look here across the portions of Northern California, scroll back here and you'll see again these thunderstorms pop up just to the west of I-5 there and pushing off to the northwest. And look at all this lightning some of these storms produce, and watch the one that fires up right about here as we go through the evening hours towards Crescent City. Just after sunset, you can see all this lightning there right near Crescent City. Let me know if you saw any of that or heard any of that thunder out there. And you see how some of these strikes went after sunset there even as well, and then they wrapped up as we went through the nighttime hours. And we're back towards this morning. Actually, there is a thunderstorm actually going right now, moving its way towards the coastline across some of the higher terrain also. So yeah, I'll show you more on that here in a moment. And over the last 24 hours, you can see that we've had these lightning strikes up into Oregon and of course Northern California with what I just showed you. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station that just happens to record lightning, stores all the data for you in the cloud, check it out. The link down below. Save 10% off. You will not regret buying that weather station. So composite reflectivity, high resolution North American model. So as we go through the day today, again, watch out Northeast California, Oregon border. And you see there's Klamath Falls up there into Oregon. And you can see that some of these thunderstorms, again, kind of moving off to the northwest and bobbling around there. Look at Red Bluff. It shows a thunderstorm or two getting out over some of the lower terrain there as well. So watch out for that as we go through the day today. Let me update that and see how much more data we have. So there goes today. We go on in towards Wednesday tomorrow. We don't have quite that data yet. But you see some of this moisture moving up across portions of Nevada as well, Las Vegas, maybe the California, Nevada border there also. Now, take a look at 500 millibars. So this is the culprit here, what's kicking off some of these storms yesterday and today, this upper level low right off the coastline there. And we scroll through the next few days. We kind of keep things zonal. We got no big heat wave coming up here at least, or no big heat dome anyway, relatively speaking, as we go on into July 5th. We're now on into July 6th. We kind of keep this upper level lows around here. And these aren't very wet for places like Los Angeles, some of the coastal areas here, and much of the state. But it does keep the heat at bay, relatively speaking here, but yeah, things are still going to be fairly warm across the area. Now, taking a look at 6-hour precipitation by type, look at this tropical system out here. That is starting to move off to the north, bringing a slug of moisture with it, trying to move that up towards the southwest portion of the USA. But as you can see, that monsoon signal there is still not that strong just yet, but models continue to show the possibility of it. We'll revisit that more here in the next few days, but I'm going to scroll through here and kind of show you what I mean over the next 6 days or so on last night's European model. It does bring some monsoon activity into Arizona here. This will be over the next couple of days across portions of Nevada. You see some of the precipitation amounts there, and we scroll off in towards the upcoming weekend. You see nothing for Southern California, anything like that. Central Coast, the valley areas, you're not looking at precipitation. The Bay Area there also. Now, take a look at daily 2-meter maximum temperature. This is for today, Tuesday, July 1st. Look at some of these readings across the desert Southwest. My goodness, 115, kind of all over the place. Las Vegas warming up quite dramatically up towards 110. The 120 degree reading is no doubt right there. You can see Death Valley where it is versus Los Angeles and the California-Nevada border. That is Death Valley right there. So we go through, this is Wednesday tomorrow. There's July 3rd, but we cool down a little bit here across the region. Much of the area, actually all the areas, we go through Friday, July 4th. So not too bad here, especially across some of the Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin Valley. Southern California, you get away from the coastal areas and you warm up across some of the foothill regions there. But if you really want to beat the heat, look at Crescent City on 4th of July, 59 degrees there. So yeah, bring a jacket. And we go through July 5th there, 6th. Warm things up just a little bit there. But again, no major heat wave in sight, so that's a little bit of a win there. But we do warm things back up. By the time we get towards July 10th, over 100 degrees there for a lot of the valley areas. And again, the desert region's quite hot as well. And again, Death Valley, look at that, checking in at 122.9. And some of the interior portions of Southern California getting pretty darn right warm as well. We'll see how that one trends over the next few days. And just a reminder, since April 1st, except for the coastal areas, much of the state of California has been below below normal. We're probably going to have some drought onset and some expansion of that drought. Show you that here in a bit. Percent of average precipitation. As you can see, much of the state has been quite a ways below normal here as we've been on through April 1st all the way on in through June 29th. Look at the Bay Area where you're talking about 5 to 25% of normal precipitation since April 1st. That extends up into the Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin Valley. The only exception to that is southeast portions of California. And these numbers are easy to skew here because you don't get a lot of precipitation out there at this time of year. So when you do get it, it can kind of skew these numbers. But yeah, not a great picture there since April 1st. And you can see this was issued yesterday, U.S. monthly drought outlook. So you can see some of Central California, that yellow, that means drought development is likely. The brown area out here for some of the San Joaquin Valley, that is drought persists. And of course, across much of California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, there it is scheduled to be forecast to persist here, and the yellow again is drought development likely. So anyway, let me know if you guys saw any of that thunderstorm activity. The Patreon page link should be down below if you want to send me any images that you get, or if you want to help support the channel. But otherwise, we'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.